Hello friends, welcome back. Want to load the data before navigating to your route in Angular? In this video, I will teach you how to use Angular Resolver for seamless data preloading, and you can say goodbye to loading screens and hello to smoother transitions. And we are going to do everything in Angular 18. So without delay, come let's get started. So this is the online course enrollment application. I've been enhancing this application with a lot of features in Angular 18. The source code is available in GitHub repository, so don't worry about the code. Just let's focus on the implementation. So I'm going to first show you some demo. So if I go to the categories and then pay attention, if I go to any of these categories, it goes to the page, but then it is loading something. Look at this, right? It is loading something. So for example, if I go here, it loads and then it shows the data, right? But I wanted to preload this information before even it comes here. So what I'm going to show you here is from here, when I go to detail page, I wanted to pre-fetch the information. So I'm going to clear this so that you can see what's happening here. Click, you see this, it's still pending, it is still loading. Once the data is received, it is going to this route and then immediately it is showing up data. It is not showing that loader symbol on this page. For example, let's go one more time. Let's go to any page. It doesn't matter. You see this? It is loading. Data is not received. Once data received, it is going here and immediately it is populating the information. So this is called preloading of the data. All right. Next is our coding. So what we have to do is first understand this. So pre-fetching of data means you are going to land on this page, which means on this page, this is the data that is there. This is the data which is retrieved. So what you have to do is you need to pre-fetch this information. Okay. So this information is the course detail information. Okay. This like all this data. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a resolver under the resolvers folder here. I named it as course detail.resolver. Okay. So if you have used Angular 16 and below, the way resolver is defined is different, and the way we define the resolver as a function in Angular 16 and above. So this is Angular 18. So all what you have to do is you need to say export constant some name of the resolver. I will name this as a course resolver. Here's the important thing. Resolve function of a particular type. I am trying to get the data of this type. This type is nothing but what I showed you in the developers tool. Okay. So resolve func that's coming from Angular router, you see this, of this type equal to, it is having two parameters, route and state. Okay, activated route snapshot and router state snapshot. What we are going to do is we are going to inject this course service using inject. Again, inject is available only in Angular 16 and above. In the previous version, it is using through constructor. Inject is not available in the previous version. This is the latest one. So inject is a service is coming from Angular core that can inject a particular service. So course service is actually a service that talks to the API. So this course service dot get course details, and we pass the course ID. From where do we get course ID? We are saying this route dot param dot get course ID. Okay. So we are going to fetch the course ID which is in the URL and pass this, and what this will do is it will call and this will return an observable, right? So it will wait for the route to activate. As soon as the data comes here, it will return. Until that, it will be still here. So we need to map this to a place called router. So let's go to app.routers.ts. And we are looking for something like course category. Here you look at this course details. Okay, so here is the route, right? So course session detail course ID. So this course ID is the course ID here. Okay, so it is taking the route course ID. Here you need to write this resolve, pass a variable name. This is a variable name. Okay, so course detail is a variable name. You're passing the course resolver. Course resolver is this one. So what will happen is whenever this routes get activated, instead of loading the component, this will try to resolve it. Once this goes and calls this course resolver, it will wait for the data. Once data comes, data is assigned to this variable. Once this process is done, this route is activated, this component is showed. Good, so far good. Here is the important next thing. What you have to do is, instead of calling again the course detail, we will simply look for data. So this dot route dot snapshot dot data. In the data, you need to look for this variable name. This is the variable name, so I have named this variable name here. If you put a different name, you put a different name here as well. Okay, so this name and this name should match. Now this variable has this data, we assign it to the course detail, which is here. If the course detail is not present, then we are manually invoking it, but it is likely impossible that this code will run. Okay, because if this is not available, which means API went into a problem, so we can probably do some error handling, like we have already handled error globally, but we can do some other thing here. But basically, even if you try to call one more time, it's going to throw error. Okay, now this is only for the safety purpose, but basically this will always have data. What will happen, because it has data, I don't need to call one more time, directly it'll start loading the page. So this is the only thing that we do with the Angular resolver, to preload the data before we go and activate a route. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this with your friends. If you have any specific questions, do let me know in the comment section, and I will see you in the next wonderful video. Alright, thank you, bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tutorials. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Happy coding!